Chords and harmony, double stops. Key V minor. So we're going to have a low B on the bottom. Here's your E. Here's your E minor chord. E minor with a B on the bottom. So that's our bass chord. There's a G. And when we go to that G in the second part, rather than playing a G with a B, which is a very sweet G, and it sounds really nice, and it does work in it, we're going to do a G chord with a D. The reason being is because the next note in the tune is an F sharp, which is a D chord. Means we can keep the G chord and go straight to the D chord just by moving the top string. And little aside, when you are playing double stops or chords, to try and keep them as resonant, sonorous, is that a right word? And you do that by sometimes keeping the bass note in place or the top note in place so that there is a consistency throughout the chord. You can also do the opposite, which is to go, and that's to, make a feature of the chord change. But for this, I think it's nicer to hold the D, and then you can even make a seventh out of this kind of third part of that chord. We'll get to the second part. Let's do the first part first. Good Lord, I love a tangent. All of that is in E minor. There's a D chord here. The easiest, cleanest way to do that is to put a low A on the bottom. It's not essential. It's only if you really want to bring out the chords. D. Don't know why I felt the need to sing that. So I'm emphasizing the double stops here for the effect of showing you what to do. Could you do a double G on that long G note and make a G chord out of it? Yes, but I find that it sweetens it too much. To my ear, this first part it's heavy on that. Heavy into the E minor. Second part. You can start with a 3-note chord if you want a little bit of a jump around. But it's perfectly fine to just play a B note on the A string and the open E, and that'll give you your E minor. Double D. Back to the E. Now we're about to go to the G chord, and I like to set this up with a C. Okay? Now if you want to keep it as a double stop, just the C note with the E note. But you can also put a G onto the D string, which sweetens up the C chord a little bit more. And then here we are onto the G, D, D7, back to the D. That's pretty much D all the way through this bit. There's an argument there for a G. But it can be D all the way through as well. And we're aiming for this E minor to set it all back into the bass. So, second part again. E minor is not the easiest to bring out long sustained chords just because of where the E minor chord is. It's right just down on the two fret, and you know, bringing in the B note on the G string. So it's not the easiest to kind of jump around into, so the teeny bit of work needed.